Today we are going to be jumping into the note-taking meetings app, Firefly. I'll also be talking a little bit about its competitor, Otter AI, but mainly I'm just going to zero in on Fireflies because I think it's the superior app. Having said that, they are both good. If you are already using Otter, unless if you see something that stands out, especially on here, there's no reason to change that right away. Before I jump into any features, I want to talk about safety concerns. Now, when you are exploring new technology, you always want to make sure that you feel comfortable and that it's safe for your company. If you're within a bigger company and thinking about using this, I would definitely recommend talking to your boss or the head of IT before engaging with this app and putting it on your computer. But having said that, I think that using Otter or Fireflies is going to put you in a really good safe spot in terms of using AI meeting apps. And the reason why I say that is because both are SOC 2 GDPR compliant. And if you know anything about SOC 2 compliancy, it's a really rigorous process to go through. And essentially, it's a cybersecurity framework that's going to help protect your data. So I'm going to read a little spiel that I generated from ChatGPT because it could do it a lot better than I could. SOC 2 compliance is a cybersecurity framework that ensures service providers, like SaaS companies, securely manage and protect customer data, focusing on security, availability, process integrity, confidentiality, and privacy. Simply put, if you know a company is SOC 2 compliant, you can feel a lot more confident that your data is going to be secure. I will also note, and I'm not sure if this is true for Otter, but Fireflies is HIPAA compliant as well. So if you are coming from the healthcare industry, that's going to be a huge plus for you. Now that we've addressed safety concerns, I want to jump into the coolest features and the ones that I think will help get you up and running as quickly as possible. Assuming that you've already gone in and got yourself set up and connected with your calendar, which over here I'm covering it and I haven't yet, but that's because I have two Fireflies account and this one is just for demonstration. So I've done one meeting on here, which you can see right here on my feed. This is the home landing page. If I had more meetings, those would show up underneath. If I click into a meeting, and I just want you guys to note this little guy right here, Ask Fred, he is a prompt feature like ChatGPT. I think it actually uses the same modeling as ChatGPT that you can use to ask questions about your meeting, but we'll talk. So let's go into this meeting I had the other day with Zinger that was actually about filming this video right here. The basic layout of what you're going to see when you go into transcripts. So it was only Zinger and I, and you can see that it's labeled Laura Zinger, Erica. I want to note that it seems like a given that our names would be in those speaker slots. If you are an Otter, it's going to say speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3, speaker 4. I was in a meeting with 7 speakers, and believe me, that was really frustrating. Can you put speaker tags on it? Absolutely. But in Otter, you have to do it manually, whereas in Fireflies, it automatically does it for you. Now, I don't have a whole lot of use for having the entire transcript right there, unless if I'm searching for something. So if I go up here and I type in cherries, because I wanted to talk about all the cherries on top with Fireflies, I can pull up every instances that cherries was talked about. Now, in terms of transcript accuracy, you get different numbers depending on what you look at out there. But Fireflies tends to be lauded as the platform having better transcript accuracy. So I was seeing around 90% accuracy for Fireflies, where I was only seeing about 83 to 85% accuracy with. Moving over from the transcript, if you look over to the middle section, you're going to see a notes area. And in the notes area, it's set up to give a general summary. So we have an overview, we have notes that are sectioned by bullet points based off of what we talked about. And then at the bottom, my personal favorite, it gives us action items. Action items are huge for me because at the end of every meeting, I like to confirm my action items, other stakeholders' action items if relevant, and know when we're going to meet next. I personally love this layout, but let's say that maybe you're in HR or you're in finance, maybe a different summary would be better for you. You can come up here and change what kind of summary you want. So for instance, maybe it's a one-on-one with one of your reports. You can change it to a one-on-one setting, and that's going to help curate better notes for you. Moving over from the notes section, if you go all the way over to the left, you're going to see this small vertical toolbar. Now, I don't use all of this, but I want to show you a few key things. You can bookmark parts of your notes and transcript. Your bookmarks are going to come up there. If you want to collaborate back and forth, like let's say Zinger and I wanted to have a discussion, we could do this in the discussion area. Sound bites. Now, I know how to do this, but it's very easy. If I come over here and I highlight the transcript, a prompt is going to show up that says create soundbite. I'm not going to click it because I already created the soundbite, but it's going to prompt you to create a soundbite where you can put in a title, add to a playlist. Which I thought most importantly, though, is this little guy, Ask Fred. Ask Fred is essentially like using ChatGPT. So if you used ChatGPT before, this is going to be a breeze for you. You can literally ask Fred anything about what's going on in your meetings. And then on top of it, if you have consistent questions that you want to ask him, you can turn those into automated prompts. So for instance, I'm going to want to put out a meeting summary to my team in Slack. So I asked it, please make me a summary that I can post to my team in Slack. Make it upbeat. Fred responds back with an easy message that I can go ahead and cut and paste. If I want, though, I can come down here to automate, and it's going to give me a prompt to title this. And if this is something I want to use all the time, I'll be able to come back to that app. Now, I've already created this app, so I'm not typing it in right now, but I'll be able to come back to that app and turn it on so it gives me this answer after every meeting. So let's say you're going through 7 hours of meetings today, and you need to do this for 3 meetings. It's automatically going to generate it for you. So as you're running into the next meeting, you can go ahead and do a quick review, pop it into Slack, and move on to the next thing. And your teams are going to be up to date on what's going on. Pretty cool. I'll hop over to that app feature too in just a second. But mainly what's important is Ask Fred is this ability to do high-level prompting throughout your meetings in order to get key insights, which is really important, or help you move faster through your by creating correspondence for you, by looking into insights that you might have not realized, which is pretty cool. Other high-level features that are really important when it comes to using Fireflies is integrations. Obviously, Fireflies has integrations. It has to integrate with Zoom in order to get the meeting notes. It has to integrate with other meeting apps in order to get the meeting notes. But the integration Fireflies has is out of this world. Otter doesn't even come close. For me, what's important is I need to be able to connect to other applications in my tech stack. For instance, there are the ability to talk in channels on Fireflies, but let's face it, if you're going to do talking in channels to your team, you're not going to do it on Fireflies, you're going to do it on Slack. If you're doing project management, you're not going to use Fireflies to curate all your tasks. You want that to be offloaded onto another program, such as Asana or Monday, so you can collaborate with your team, making sure that you're getting all the tasks you need to get done in a timely manner. So for me, my biggest integrations are the two that I just mentioned, Asana and Slack. But there are so many apps that you can connect with, and they just keep on adding to it. Let's pop over to what I was talking about before, the AI apps that are internal to Fireflies. So we talked about the integrations and bringing in external apps. Let's talk about the apps that can help you in real time within Fireflies. So I was talking about the one that I created before. If you go up to my apps, you're going to see right here, post meeting Slack update. I created that prompt while I was using Fred. Could you please draft a summary with action items for me to send to my team in Slack? Please make it upbeat. Because I have this on, it's automatically going to run on all meetings. I can turn it. There are a ton of apps that you can use that Fireflies has already created for you. For instance, let's say that you're in HR and you're doing an employee exit interview. You can use an employee exit analysis app hooked up to your meeting in order to give you insights right after it's done. The possibilities are endless. I love this. Job description constructor. If you guys are trying to, you're a startup that's getting off the ground and you guys are trying to construct a job, and I've done this. I've built many jobs and I've been like, oh my God, what is the title of that? What's the scope of the role? Details of the role and requirements. And I've talked it out with colleagues and I've talked it out with my boss. Had AI been listening to me and then given me a rough of that to start with, that would have been saving me so much time. It's just really cool. It's the layers that go a long way. Also, on the higher level, when it comes to Fireflies, you have a ton of language options. I know, but I believe Fireflies has somewhere around 69 languages that it supports. So if you are working with teams worldwide or English isn't your primary language that you're working with, Fireflies might be a really great option for you as well. Overall, I think these are the top features that if you are just jumping into Fireflies, I would immediately start exploring. Obviously, the AI apps is probably more of the cherry on top, but as soon as you get in there, get integrated to your project management applications and start playing around with those. And don't hesitate to go into your meetings and make sure that you're sharing files and testing out asking Fred things. If you're not sure if it can help, just ask a question. The worst that can happen is it doesn't give you exactly what you want, but it's going to get better and better as time moves on and as technology gets better. So getting in on the ground floor now with an application like Fireflies to help you in your day-to-day is going to be huge in speeding up your workflows and saving you time. Quick summary of why I love Fireflies over Otters, just to sum it all up. It's more aesthetically pleasing. There's clarity with the speaker name. There's more integrations, more languages, and it has a higher transcription accuracy rate. So the only thing there is to do now is for you guys to go get Fireflies. Please let me know how it goes. I know I didn't give you the how-to on much of this, so if you guys are looking for this, there are a ton of videos on YouTube that can help walk you through this process, but I promise it's very easy. If there are more videos where you'd like other AI that might be able to help out your day and help you reclaim your time as a busy professional, let me know. Love to hear about it. This is Erica signing off. Happy AI exploring.